Hello and welcome to our live. No, this is not Dr. Sosa.
No.
We have a special guest today. We have our coordinator and patient, May Luis.
Hi.
So some of you already know her, but we'll talk a little bit more about her in a second. So just real quick, once again, thank you for joining us. Dr. Sosa did not make it on time today because he is running late in the OR. We had extra cases today because Monday was a holiday. So today he had extra cases and a little short staff because obviously all the kids are graduating from school. So congratulations to all of those kiddos that are graduating. But he is doing his cases. The patients are doing great, but he is running late, and we wanted to make sure to join you guys on time since we had already said we would be here at 12:30 today, not later today. So I invited May to join us because not only does she work for us, she is a surgical coordinator. She sees patients in the office. She is a patient, and she does her social media. So she is going to help answer a lot of questions that we have. So I'm going to start real quick with asking her about her surgery and letting her tell us a little bit about her experience. So how long ago, well, first of all, what procedure did you have done?
I had the gastric bypass.
And how long ago was it?
6 years ago.
It's been that long?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
6 years ago.
Yikes.
I've already worked here 3 years.
Wow. Time flies, guys.
Yes.
And how much weight did you lose?
So I weighed 250 before the surgery, and now I want to weigh 135, but I weigh 140. So I lost
110.
Yeah.
110 pounds, and you've kept it off.
Mm-hmm. I have to. I work here. What are my options?
You go in between.
I do. I get. So the last 10 pounds, I go up and down and up and down. If I go on vacation, I gain a little bit. I come back, I get on semaglutide. I do it for just a month. I lose the 10 that I gained in the vacation. And that's how we play around with it. The last 10 is always like up and down. But for the most part, I try to keep it like 5.
Oh. And honestly, in the first year, did you feel any complications? Did you have any major complications, any minor complications?
I had 0 complications. The first year is more kind of like mental, that you have to you go from eating this a plate like this, and like I would have at Burger King like 2 double cheeseburgers to half. Well, I still cannot eat 1 plain cheeseburger. I throw away 1 bread. I cut it in half, and the last bite I give to my husband. So and that's 6 years later. So it's like, you know, a process to get used to it, but health-wise, everything was perfect.
And side effects?
Side effects, not really. I mean, yes, at 6 months, everybody's hair gets thinner, but then you drink the protein and you take your vitamin and you do what you're supposed to, and that works. But other
bad experiences with cheating? You can be honest. You can tell us.
Let's see, cheating. Still to this day, the only thing that I'm pretty good about not overeating. I don't like sweets that much, so I barely ever get dumping. But Benihana is my weakness. Seriously, it is my weakness. Every time that we go to Benihana, I get sick before I even get home, and that's my fault because I don't stop eating. I cannot, like, that's the only thing with the rice and there's other. I think it's different for everybody because I talk to a lot of patients. Dr. Sosa did my sister's surgery as well, my niece, and we all have different things that we can and can't eat. Like, my niece can eat rice and she eats chocolate and she doesn't get dumping, but she can't have Doritos and I can have a bag of Doritos. So we all have different things that you can do. But yeah, once you learn, after a year or 2, you learn literally exactly what you can. I know exactly how much ice cream I need, and that if I have an extra bite, I will feel sick. So I have literally, when I go to
the soft serve,
soft serve, I go, that's it, that little thing, and I know I won't get sick. So it's just a matter of getting used to what your body likes and doesn't like and how it processes it.
So a little bit about what she's saying about getting used to what your body likes and doesn't like. So last week I was talking about keeping a food journal, and we were talking about how some people will keep it manually and some people will keep it digitally. Okay, so this is the food journal that we actually have in the office. And so we actually sell these in the office, and it has day by day, and it says, I have eaten breakfast, what time, the calories. Lunch, time, calories. Dinner. It also lets you track your exercise. It also has you track how much you've slept and how much you've drank. And it also lets you put down any medications and vitamins that you have taken for the day. So this is a great way to keep track of what you have eaten. At the beginning, a little to what she was saying, it's very important to know when you don't feel well exactly what you ate and how much of it you ate. Which is why at the very beginning we introduce the foods one by one, and it's important to have them one by one, not to mix them too much together, because you don't know which one was good for you or bad for you. And again, to the point that she made, every patient is different. 3 family members, and the 3 of them tolerate things differently. So very important not to compare yourself to another patient, not to compare yourself to another patient with weight loss, and not to compare yourself to another patient with just trying to read.
That's my sister.
Who
also had the surgery.
With what you can eat and what you can't eat. But very important with what you said with the ice cream and dumping is every patient who had the gastric bypass gets dumping, but gets it at a different degree. So when you say I never get dumping, it's that you've never pushed it, and don't. If you haven't, then don't, to the degree where you get dumping. I have patients that with one little Dove chocolate can get dumping, and I have patients that need to eat 3 or 4.
2 or 3.
Yeah, to get dumping. So it's very, very different. But if you keep track of what you're eating, then you'll know not to repeat those mistakes. Or in May's case, when you go to Benihana, you know you're going to feel bad after.
I already know. I'm like, I'll risk it. It's Benihana.
Listen, I feel bad after Benihana, and I did not have surgery, so.
And I get the kids one, and I take half of it home, but still, I can't stop.
But that's a great point, though. Or if you can order off the kids menu, try to order off the kids menu. Mm-hmm. And if you can share with someone else, share with somebody else, or request your to-go box. As soon as you get there, when your food is served, request a to-go box at whatever restaurant you're at. Put half of it or what you know you're not going to eat in the to-go box, and that way you're only looking at the plate of food that's in front of you.
I did that on Sunday. We went to Cheesecake Factory, and I ordered a salad, but I obviously I
Those
can't
salads
eat
are
that
huge,
salad.
yes.
Yeah, so I asked for the box before it even gets there, and I asked for everything with the condiments on the side, like the dressing on the side. So when it gets there, I take out everything that I don't want to eat, and I have that for later, for the next day. I brought it for lunch yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, I do see you in the lunchroom upstairs, and most of the time you leave food on your plate.
Yep. I don't like to feel sick, so I know what makes me feel sick. So I literally, my husband tells me all the time, like, you can't have that last bite. Like, you're gonna eat that. You're gonna leave that last bite. I will leave one bite on my plate if I know it's gonna make me feel bad, because I don't like to feel bad.
You have to listen to.
But
your
there
body
is
as you're eating.
there is people that push it.
Yes.
I mean, I see it with my patients too. There's people that push it, but I don't like to feel bad, so I don't.
Okay, so we have a couple of questions. So, will I lose too much weight? No. I mean,
I wish.
So, statistically speaking, the gastric bypass gives you 80% of excess weight loss. What does that mean? If you need to lose 200 pounds, you're going to lose 80% of those 200 pounds. You're going to lose 180 pounds. That means those last 20 pounds is on you to lose. Same goes with the sleeve. The sleeve is going to give you 70 to 80%. If you're a well-chosen sleeve, if you have a high BMI, it's going to give you even less percent of your excess weight loss. So you're never going to lose 100% of your excess weight. Why do some patients look skinnier after surgery? Because they do not follow instructions. It is not that they have lost too much weight. It's that they're not taking their vitamins, and it's that they're not doing exercise to increase your muscle mass, because as you lose weight, you lose muscle and fat. So when that person that looks skinny to you gets on the scale, they actually have not lost too much weight. So what do you do if you don't want to look like that? You take your vitamins, you take your protein, and you exercise. Now, the majority of our patients come to us saying they want to lose more weight. Rarely do we get a patient that says, I lost too much weight. And in that case, you come, you see Dr. Sosa, and he tells you what you should eat to gain 5 or 10 pounds. And we're talking about 5 or 10 pounds. We're not saying that a patient comes in and says, oh my God, I need to regain 20, 30 pounds. That does not happen. You know, it's 5 or 10 pounds that a patient might say that I want to regain, and then we help them regain that health with a healthy advice, healthy exercise, vitamin supplementation, protein supplementation. And that goes the same for anybody that's on any kind of diet. You just have to monitor what you eat to get to your goal weight. The majority of patients with surgery alone don't get to their goal weight. They have to exercise and they have to watch what they eat. Do you exercise? Truth.
Nope. Never. Absolutely not. Nope.
But you do watch what you eat.
I do watch what I eat. And I like to eat healthy stuff. I do have to fit in the protein. So I'm taking the shake that we don't name because we can't name it. But I'll tell you later if you write us. But yes, I have to watch out for the protein because, again, I'm worried about my nails and my hair. So I try to fit in more protein that I can. What I'm doing is doing the protein now. You do the 31. I do 42 grams. I do the big one because I don't want to have to worry about the protein during the day. So I'm having that for breakfast now. So yeah, I already know that for in the morning, I already got 42 grams. So I'm okay to eat my salads and all the stuff that I like that doesn't have protein in it. But I try to stick in a little bit of protein in the salads. But
you go out to eat a lot too.
Yes, I go out all the time. My husband and I share. We share. He gets an appetizer. I can't have an appetizer, and then we share the meal. If I have an appetizer, there is no way I can't even take a bite of the meal. So we share the meal.
Or you can have an appetizer or no meal.
Yes,
I know a lot of patients.
I can't eat a whole appetizer.
Yeah,
by
but
myself.
I know a lot of patients. I have a lot of friends who have had the surgery, and when we go out to eat, sometimes we'll order a soup and take a bite of an appetizer that we may be sharing, or something along those lines. But you kind of figure it out as you go. But it doesn't mean you cannot go out to eat. No. It can, kind of go on vacation.
We go all the time. All the time. Happy hours.
Okay. Which insurance covers the surgery? So we'll talk a little bit about insurance. We both have experience with working with patients with insurance. Right now, what covers the surgery is PPO plans through your employers. So if you have a plan that's through your job and it is a PPO plan, we can check the benefits for you. You can contact one of the coordinators, leave your information, insurance card, date of birth, height, weight, and we can check the benefits to see if you have benefits for bariatric surgery. This has nothing to do with whether you qualify for surgery or not. You can qualify for surgery, and if your plan does not have benefits, they will not cover the surgery because it's like a contract. It's a contract that your employer signed or that you signed. And in that contract, there is a clause that says there is an exclusion for bariatric surgery. So no matter what your health conditions are, they still will not cover the surgery. The other thing that does cover the surgery is Medicare and the insurance companies that are with a plan called Surgery Plus or Transcarent. There's a few big carriers in South Florida that offer this benefit, like American Airlines and CVS, Home Depot. So there's a lot of big companies, big chains down in South Florida that have this benefit. So if you work for a big company, a big chain, you can look into whether you have the benefit through Surgery Plus or Transcarent. Or if you have a PPO plan, we can verify those benefits for you and see if it covers the surgery. The other thing is, once we get those benefits, we'll let you know what your plan covers. Your plan covers 100%, 80%, what your deductible is, and give you all of that information. Many times what happens, though, it ends up being less expensive to pay out of pocket if your plan does not cover 100%. So the coordinator, yes, we'll call you and give you all that information and give you all of your options that are available to you. Now, if you do not have insurance or your insurance does not cover the surgery, you can do financing. So you can take. So we have
a couple different financing options. Care Credit is the one that we most use. So if you have good credit, it usually should be over a 650. We can try it under that as well, just in case. We can do that. It can be under your name or it can be under a co-signer's name. So you could do the credit card with both your names or under somebody else's. We accept all of that. Also, we've been getting lately a lot of patients getting personal loans. They don't say that it's for medical reasons, but just a personal loan. We have a long list of different personal loans that you can apply for online. And those have actually better rates than the Care Credit. So if you get those on your own, I can send you all the links. Just write us here, DM us, and I can send you all the links to the personal loans. You can apply for them online and see what you get.
Okay. All right.
Oh wait, I do want to say for insurance, for insurance, Obamacare does not cover. So we get a lot every day. I get phone calls about Obamacare. Obamacare does not cover, and also personal loans don't cover. So if somebody, personal insurances don't cover. So if somebody goes and gets their own personal insurance, they don't cover it. You have to get it through an employer.
A group.
Yeah, a group.
Right. So usually private insurances, personal insurances don't cover. Only group insurances do. Obamacare doesn't. Medicare does. And Obamacare is very specific. It's the state of Florida. So Obamacare is it's done through the states. So the state of Florida does not cover that insurance. So if you hear somebody in another state covers it, that is the reason why. Okay, prices. The prices vary. So if you're interested in having surgery, what you need to do is leave your name and number, and one of the coordinators will call you back. Why do they vary? Because we work at 3 different hospitals. The 3 different hospitals have different pricing. Depending on what surgery you do, there's different pricing. Depending on your height, your weight, your BMI, your medical history, your previous surgery, your medications that you're on. So if you're considered a high-risk patient, you're going to need to be done at the high-risk hospital, and obviously that's going to be at a higher price. If you're a low-risk patient, you can be done at the lower price hospital. So all of that varies. So there is a range of pricing that we offer the patients. We try to work with the patients. We try to give discounts where we can, and we always offer a friends and family discount. So if you refer your friends and family, make sure to let us know that you're a patient.
You can speak to the coordinators. So if you DM us here, we can make an appointment for you to speak to any of the coordinators. And then after that, we offer the free consultation with Dr. Sosa that can be in person or over the phone. Once you talk to him, he gives us a final price because he knows with your medical history and your previous surgeries, how long it's gonna take him, if we can offer a discount, if we can offer a bigger discount, if it's an easier surgery. So he's the one that lets us know. So we get that question every day, like over and over, what's the price? And I wish I knew, I wish I could tell you, but until he talks to you, we can't tell you, but we can help you get the right price.
Absolutely. And how many vitamins do you have to take a day? So these are our multivitamins. Can you okay, there you can kind of see them.
Look how pretty that label.
Okay, so this is our new label. So I just wanted to remind everybody that this is the same vitamin we have always had. It is just a new label. This vitamin on the back will tell you if you had a gastric bypass, 2 a day. If you had a sleeve gastrectomy or you have not had surgery, 1 a day. This is the multivitamin. At the beginning, this is all you're taking. As you go see the nutritionist, and depending on if you're a man, if you're a woman, and your age, you will probably possibly have to take calcium in addition to this. Depending on how you're feeling, you may need to take a probiotic. But this is what's mandatory is the multivitamin. This is what you need to have every day. The other stuff are add-ons. This has everything you need. And then depending on your specific case, we will be adding on different components and depending on what you're looking for. A lot of women like to take the biotin because it gives you a little extra oomph for your hair. And then a lot of people obviously will be taking protein those first 3 months after surgery. You're going to be taking extra protein. We have different forms of protein depending on what you tolerate. So we've talked a lot about the surgery. I want to talk a little bit about the other things that we offer. And May is not only a bariatric surgery patient, she is also an avid consumer of the other services that we offer.
I literally got Botox yesterday. Leslie did a little bit of CCs on my forehead yesterday.
So for those of you that do not know, Dream Med Spa is here in our office, and it is by our nurse practitioner. So what have you had done through Dream Med Spa?
Ooh. We have a reel that is gonna come out like probably tomorrow, and it has the arrows. So this was so cool. So she did this right here yesterday, and then so she puts the 4 little lines and then with the arrows, so it goes up. So that's up today. If you would have seen this yesterday, it was like this. Now it's higher. I have my forehead. She did a couple around the eyes.
So that was the Botox.
That was a Botox.
And then
I have fillers, but the fillers, it's been almost a year. The fillers last from a year to a year and a half, but I'm already like on the decline that I need. Once it's out, I need a little bit more. So I have the fillers and the lips.
And you've done the lips.
Yes.
And you did the Kybella ones.
And I did the Kybella. Ese duele un poquito. That one is a little painful, but it's super worth it.
I'm scared to do it.
I'm
scared to do it, but
in honesty, I was the first person that she did it on. So we didn't use any of the cream, of the anesthetic cream. So it was like a sangre viva fria ahí.
We are the guinea pigs.
Yeah,
in the office,
we're the guinea
by the
pigs.
way. Yes.
But now she has the cream to numb it. I did not have that, but you should do it. You should do it if you want to do it with the cream though.
I've done the Botox, and I've done the PRP for the face, for the skin rejuvenation of the face. I'm going to be doing my lips a little bit. Because, you know,
you're gonna do the lip flip or the actual fillers?
No, the lip flip. Like,
yeah,
so just
so
like
that she does like Botox up here, and then it just, so she's not doing anything to your lips. It's just the Botox up here that makes your lip go like just a little thing. It's just a little refresher. A little thing.
So we have, those are our services through Dream Spa. We also have the PRP for the hair. If you have thinning hair or hair loss, that is amazing. We've seen amazing results with that treatment.
Sosa did that one
Dr. Sosa's been doing that. He has to do it again now, but that one is 3 treatments, 1 treatment a month, and that one really good results. And then we also have in the office, we also offer IVs. We have Med IV. I've done the beauty one and the hydration one. Of the IVs, and definitely the immune one too, especially if you're going on vacation, or the hydration and the immune one are great right before you go on vacation, so you make sure that you're hydrated and you make sure not to get sick. So I like those.
If you start feeling sick, you can do the the immunity one.
The immunity
you
one,
do
yes.
The immunity one as soon as you start getting sick, and it like kind of like blocks, like taking a lot of vitamin C, it kind of blocks you from getting sick. Also, when I had to have a hysterectomy, so I was taking iron. I don't have to have it anymore because I had the hysterectomy already. But I was taking iron and a lot of other stuff, and when I was going through all that, I had to do a lot more IVs than I do now.
Yeah. So the IVs is another service that we offer here through the office. And our nutritional services. So through our nutritionists, we have all of our services for patients that have had bariatric surgery and for patients that are just trying to lose a little bit of weight. So we have different services that we offer through the nutritionist. You can always send us a question on here for more information. And so I know last week, Dr. Sosa was talking about the snacks that he wanted to try. So I went grocery shopping yesterday. So I will be sharing some pictures of our snack this afternoon. I believe this afternoon we're gonna go with the multigrain toast with the avocado, olive oil, and garlic salt. So I will be posting a picture about it with our snack and with the calorie information for that snack.
Did you bring snacks for the whole office?
No.
Are we getting avocado?
No, I'm doing that at home. We also are going to try, we'll try probably tomorrow, we're going to try the Greek yogurt, and we're going to do the Greek yogurt with blueberries and almonds. So that's our plan. So we're stepping outside of our comfort zone, and I think participating in these lives are actually making us do a better job with our diet and exercise, because we have to stay accountable to you guys. So it is great, a great rapport to have with the patients to go back and forth. I also wanted to remind those of you that have already had surgery that we have our monthly support groups on Zoom. So if you're not attending the monthly support groups, make sure to send us your email so we can send you the invitation so that you can attend our monthly support groups. And then we also, for patients that are about to have surgery, you guys are welcome to attend as well. It is a great way for you guys to hear information directly from other patients. Yeah, because if you're nervous and you have questions and you're not sure what we're answering, then you can always listen to other patients. So
that's a good idea.
Okay.
Also, another thing I never did.
Okay, are the services available on the website? So
we have a menu on the website.
there you go. There's a menu on the website. You can see everything that's available, and then it will let you know where to call to make the appointment. You can't make the appointment online, but it will tell you for each specific thing how you can make those appointments.
But if you don't want to go on, just DM me and I'll tell you exactly what number. I answer all the DMs on this account, so just DM us and I'll send you the number of whatever you need. If you want downstairs nutrition, upstairs Yesli with the Botox. If you want surgeries, whatever. I'll book you for whatever you want.
She's a one-stop shop of booking in the office. Yes. So whatever you're interested in doing. And then lastly, even though this you cannot chime in on this because you don't exercise. The only exercise
I don't exercise. I don't drink water. I only drink Diet Coke. I am the worst patient that ever lived. Literally.
And she works for us.
Yeah. But I tell my patients, like, don't do what I did. Don't drink at a week. Don't do anything I did. Follow your instructions. Don't do what I did.
Okay,
but
Dr. Sosa's going to listen to this later.
Oh, I know.
You know, actually, on the subject of May, we actually have several of our staff members are previous patients. I don't think...
There's no sleeves. I was saying it yesterday. Everybody is a gastric bypass. Nobody has a sleeve that works.
Here.
Everybody, a lot of us, I feel like more than half of us have had the surgery, and there's a lot of us. Everybody's a bypass.
Nobody's 5. So 5. We have 5 employees, and they've
all upstairs,
and they've all had the gastric bypass. Actually, one of the employees, I won't tell you who, but I'm going to be interviewing her soon because she admitted to me the other day that when she came to the office, she had her mind set on having a sleeve and only having a sleeve and only wanting a sleeve. Although her mom is a patient and her mom had a gastric bypass.
I know it is.
And after coming in and talking to Dr. Sosa, she decided to have a bypass. And she says that it was such an important decision, and it's one that she doesn't regret to this day. But I'm going to interview her because I want her to share her story in her own words. Because like I said, it's one thing to hear us, the professionals that have worked here, talk about the surgery and why you need it or why you should choose one over the other. But it's another thing to hear straight from the patients who have had it, who have been living with it for years. I mean, everybody that works here has had the surgery for at least over, I think, 3 years. I think the one that's had it the least is 3 years. I think we're like 3 to like almost 15 or 18.
When I just started working here.
Yeah, so I think it's like 3 to like 18 years post-op. So you can kind of like have the gamut of post-op questions to our employees. Even though sometimes they're not going to answer what's on the paper that we give you with instructions. They might answer what they actually did. But it's the truth. And, you know, it's what they do. So last thing I'm going to harp on is exercise. I know it's hard, but find something that you like. There are so many things that are out there. YouTube videos, apps that you can download on your phone, wall Pilates, yoga, light weights, walking, treadmill, bike, running. I mean, you can find so many different things. You can find something that piques your interest. And I encourage you, even if it's 10 minutes a day, there are so many YouTube videos that are, you can look at them by length, 10-minute videos. Wake up in the morning, do a 10-minute video, or get home from work and do a 10-minute video. And start with the 10-minute video 2 to 3 times a week and try to work up from there. Because
I'm gonna try.
It really does.
At least walking.
Yeah, it makes you feel so much better. And I'll tell you one thing, like even like the yoga, the morning yoga, it puts me in such a better state of mind. I relax, I come into work ready to go, I stretch. So I'm trying 10 minutes, just a 10 minute on YouTube.
I can try that.
Go on YouTube. I'm like morning yoga, and I look for the one that's 10 minutes. Boom, I do that one. And I'll be honest with you, I cannot do all the poses. No, there's stuff that, hey, listen, I'm not gonna twist my, I'm not gonna hurt myself either. So also be smart. Be smart when you're doing it. Don't overextend yourself. Don't overreach. Start slow. That's the most important thing with exercise. If you do too much, too fast, you're gonna get discouraged. Start slow and build up from there. So I'm gonna ask May in a month if she's done any exercise, and we're gonna hold her accountable because it is important for all of us to hold each other accountable because we need to exercise. It's about your health. It's going to make your heart, your muscles, your bones, believe it or not, and it's going to improve our longevity.
And your mental health.
And your mental health. So, we have reached the end of our live for today.
I have one thing to say.
Yeah,
I have one thing to say. Please, as a patient and as somebody who works here, do not listen to anything that you hear on TikTok. You don't understand. Every day, somebody tells me, somebody or more than one person tells me, on TikTok they said, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, my daughter can post anything she wants on TikTok and she's 12. Listen to the professionals. Like, listen to Dr. Sosa and Christy. Or any professional, like a doctor, you know, the nutritionist. But I heard it on TikTok. I'm like, no, please, not TikTok. No offense to TikTok.
Unless you hear from a professional on TikTok.
Right, exactly. You guys are on TikTok.
Right.
But
unless you hear it from a professional on TikTok. So, listen to professional advice. Very important. So, thank you guys for joining us. And hopefully Dr. Sosa will be back with us next week.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.